What's up, everybody? Today we're diving into the wildest, most shocking foods from around the world. Forget burgers and pizza, think maggot cheese, fermented shark, and more. We're traveling from Italy to Cambodia, uncovering dishes that will blow your mind and test your stomach. This isn't just about weird food, it's about culture, tradition, and the limits of the human palate. Ready for the ultimate food challenge? Let's jump in. Our journey begins on the beautiful Mediterranean island of Sardinia, Italy, famous for its stunning landscapes, rich traditions, and one truly notorious delicacy, casu marzu, often called the world's most dangerous cheese or simply rotten cheese. What sets casu marzu apart is its shocking preparation. This cheese is deliberately packed with live maggots, which are introduced to help break down the fats inside the cheese, transforming a hard pecorino into a soft, creamy, and extremely pungent spread. The larvae digest the cheese, giving it a unique texture and a flavor that's unlike anything else on Earth. But there's a catch. Locals insist it's only safe to eat while the maggots are still alive and wriggling. If the maggots die, the cheese can become toxic, making timing everything when it comes to tasting this daring dish. Adventurous eaters spread the squirming cheese onto slices of rustic bread, all while dodging the tiny maggots that can actually leap up to 6 inches in the air. It's a test of bravery and skill, and not for the faint of heart. The taste? It's intensely sharp, peppery, and leaves a lasting impression. Some say it's unforgettable, while others say it's simply overwhelming. The aroma alone is enough to make some people hesitate. For Sardinians, casu marzu is a cherished tradition, a symbol of their island's heritage. But for outsiders, it's often seen as a culinary horror show, a food challenge that pushes the limits of what most people are willing to try. Imagine serving this at your next party, a cheese that's literally alive and moving on its own. It's sure to shock and surprise even the most adventurous guests. Because of health concerns, casu marzu is actually banned in the European Union. But despite the ban, Sardinian locals continue to make and enjoy it, keeping the tradition alive in secret gatherings and family celebrations. So, would you be brave enough to take a bite of cheese that's literally crawling with life? It's a true test of culinary courage, and not everyone is up for the challenge. That's exactly why casu marzu tops our list of the world's most shocking and controversial foods, a cheese that's as fascinating as it is fearsome. Our next stop takes us deep into the heart of the Philippines, where the bustling night markets come alive with the sights, sounds, and smells of local street food. Here, you'll find one of the country's most famous, and perhaps most daring, delicacies, balut. Balut is a fertilized duck egg, carefully incubated until the embryo is partially developed, then boiled and served warm, right from the shell. To eat balut, you start by gently cracking open the shell, releasing a puff of fragrant steam. The first step is to sip the rich, savory broth that collects inside the egg, a warm, comforting liquid that's packed with flavor. After that, you dig in to enjoy the creamy yolk and the tender duck embryo, bones and all, savoring every bite. The texture is unlike anything else, a wild combination of silky, custard-like yolk, delicate, almost melt-in-your-mouth duckling, and a subtle crunch from the tiny bones. Each bite is a new experience, blending flavors and textures you won't find anywhere else. For many Filipinos, balut is more than just a snack. It's a beloved tradition, a source of pride, and a protein-packed treat often enjoyed with friends, laughter, and a cold beer on a warm evening. It's a dish that brings people together and sparks conversation. But for visitors and outsiders, the sight of a tiny partially formed duck inside the egg can be a huge psychological hurdle. The idea of eating something so unfamiliar, so visually striking, can be intimidating, even shocking. Yet balut is a true cultural icon in the Philippines, celebrated for its unique taste and its role in local customs. Eating balut is seen as a rite of passage, a test of courage, and a badge of honor for adventurous eaters. So the question is, could you get past the visuals, set aside your hesitation, and take that first bite? Would you be willing to challenge your senses and try something completely new? Balut is the ultimate dish for those who crave adventure on their plate. It separates the casual foodies from the truly hardcore explorers. If you ever find yourself in the Philippines, would you dare to try balut? Now to Iceland for hakarl, fermented Greenland shark. The fresh meat is poisonous, so it's buried, pressed, and left to ferment for months. The result? Cubes of rubbery, ammonia-scented shark that smell like industrial cleaner. Even Chef Anthony Bourdain called it the worst thing he'd ever tasted. Icelanders see it as a rite of passage. Tourists see it as a dare. The taste is fishy, nutty, and powerfully pungent. Eating hakarl is a battle against your senses. Would you be brave enough to try it? In China, there's a fascinating delicacy known as the century egg, or pidan. At first glance, it looks like something pulled from ancient history, an egg that could be 100 years old, preserved through the ages. But despite its mysterious appearance and legendary name, the truth is a little less dramatic. The century egg is actually only a few months old. Through a special preservation process using clay, ash, and other ingredients, the egg white transforms into a dark, translucent, jelly-like texture that's unlike anything you've seen before. Meanwhile, the yolk inside becomes creamy, rich, and takes on a striking green hue. The aroma is intense, with hints of ammonia and sulfur that might catch you off guard at first. But don't let the smell fool you. The flavor is surprisingly mild, earthy, and complex. Century eggs are often enjoyed with pickled ginger to balance the taste, or sliced into a warm bowl of congee, adding depth and richness to the dish. For some, it's a beloved delicacy, a nostalgic comfort food. For others, especially those trying it for the first time, the look and aroma can be a real shock to the senses. The unique appearance alone, black jelly-like white and green yolk, is enough to make even adventurous eaters hesitate. Tasting a century egg is truly a test of mind over matter, challenging you to look past your expectations. Would you be brave enough to try a black, jelly-like egg with a green yolk? The century egg is more than just food. It's a conversation starter, a cultural experience, and a challenge to everything you think you know about eggs. Next time you see one, remember, behind its unusual look lies a world of tradition, flavor, and culinary adventure. In Cuisine, Cambodia, aka Spiderville, fried tarantulas are a street food staple. These giant spiders are deep-fried with garlic until crispy, then sold by the platter. What started as survival food is now a beloved snack. The legs are crunchy, the body is tender, and the abdomen is filled with a gooey, controversial paste. For locals, it's a treat. For tourists, it's the ultimate food challenge. The fear factor is real. Would you eat a palm-sized spider? Some say it tastes like chicken and cod. Others can't get past the look. Eating a tarantula is a story you'll never forget. Would you dare to try one? That's our tour of the world's most shocking foods, from maggot cheese to fried tarantulas. Which dish shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. Every culture has its own wild delicacies. What's normal for some is unthinkable for others. If you enjoyed this adventure, hit like, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs a shock. Stay curious, stay adventurous, and I'll see you in the next one.